Hello Buddhas, today we are going to take this opportunity to talk about a very special way of manifesting your desired reality. Now, Buddhas, before we get started, I've got a playlist down below with over 150 Buddha Billionaire videos that you can binge watch in order to accelerate your spiritual awakening. Now, what are we talking about today? We are talking about accepting your life and also creating it. So this is a two-stage process. I know that's a lot to take in, but it's two things you gotta kind of click in the headspace. Number one, you have to, and I know I'm using very, very aggressive language here, but you have to accept where you're at right now. And then the fun part is you have to decide that that's not good enough. That's it. Welcome to reality creation, and you are now a wizard. But if you want to actually understand how to do that, that's where you stick around and you watch that whole playlist and continue with this video. Accepting what you have, which is step one of this two-step process, does not mean never wanting it to change. It does not mean being completely and utterly thrilled and oh my god, this is the perfect life and I never want to change. No. But it does mean, oh my god, I have a roof over my head. Happy. It does mean, oh my goodness, I have clothes that I can wear. Happy. It does mean that I have food to eat and all these fundamental things. And I've talked about this before, but accepting and appreciating the fundamentals, the where you're at right now, however good, bad, or in between that is, accept it, but you don't have to be satisfied with it. You have to be accepting of it because this is what you've accomplished to this point. Good job, congratulations, you're doing great. And you have to accept that you've done this. You are here now because of everything you've done up to this point. But when you realize that and you can start to work with it, that's when the real game starts to be played, and that's when you can really change the game that you're playing. Because once you've accepted what you have, which I feel like I'm really starting to get to that kind of point in my own life right now. Once you've accepted it, that's when you can really start to work on what's next. And what's fun about what's next is that's entirely up to you. The what's next aspect is up to what you want to do. So if I'm visualizing or working on my current state, well, I'm extremely happy with where I am right now. And I'm very satisfied with it, but there's a lot that I would like to increase and change and modify in order to be more fulfilled and more grateful and more of all of this stuff. Because that's why I'm here on this planet, is in order to create and fulfill desires. So I accept where I am, and then what I do is I visualize where I want to be. And that doesn't mean that I have to immediately have change happen overnight so that I'm in a completely different place tomorrow when I wake up. But it does mean that when I'm visualizing those processes and I'm visualizing that final destination, I know in my heart that that's where I'm headed. So I can be very grateful and satisfied with where I am now. And the more not satisfied, because if you're satisfied then you're not going to really want to change it, but the more just grateful and content with where I am, but still yearning for more, the more that you can feel that, the more you're attracting that future life to you, and the more that you're going to be creating and building that reality that you're actually interested in and working on. And that doesn't mean to completely and utterly talk down to this current state. As a matter of fact, that would only cause you to go farther back. But it does mean to give yourself that opportunity to relax about what you have right now, to be in the moment, and allow that moment to generate through your own desires and intentions and your own love and your own expectations of reality, to generate that future state that's going to propel you into even new, higher and more fun heights of love and gratitude and satisfaction. So Buddhas, the way that I do this is that I have come to a point now, and this has been a fairly long journey of about a year or so, where I have been constantly accepting where I'm at and iterating on it. And I've gotten to a point now where I'm no longer at a state of needing to complain about anything that's happening in my life. I am completely and utterly satiated. But I'm hungry. I'm hungry for that next endeavor. I'm hungry for that next relationship. I'm hungry for that next project and that next way of delivering value to others, which is why I make these videos, which is why I post on YouTube, which is why I create this content, is so that I can give that energy of myself to you. And I really appreciate the likes. But mostly so that I can give this energy to you, the viewer, so that you can also follow this path. Because I believe that that is what I am meant to do. And the fun part about that is because I have now gotten to a point where I'm not complaining about my current state. I can actually start to positively impact my future state by visualizing and by living in that future ending, that future beginning. We're going to talk about that in another video, but by living in the wish fulfilled every morning when I get up, every night before I go to bed, every afternoon when I take 5 minutes to myself, if I'm walking down the street, all this time I'm living not in my current now, because my now is not a problem for me anymore, but I'm living in the future. That's what's bringing it closer and closer together. So in a quick recap here, Buddhas, what we talked about today was accepting where you are and accepting that this is great, but you want more. And to get that more, all you have to do is to visualize that more and to live in that more moment and to fall asleep to the wish fulfilled, and all these beautiful techniques and tricks that we're going to continue to talk about and continue to refine and continue to learn on this channel. So stay tuned, subscribe down below, let me know if you have any questions about anything you'd like me to cover. And Buddhas, remember the most important thing in November. It's not November. Is to love yourself.